Okay.
Guys.
We've just seen.
Well, not
of,
just
yes.
this is a day after.
Yes,
but
if you're watching these in order, you'll notice our
notice
wardrobe has changed.
We are all.
We wanted to dress up for this
formal
review.
attire. Yeah.
We're going to be reviewing.
Bhool.
I forgot the name.
Oh man.
Bhool
Bhulaiyaa.
Sorry guys.
Bhulaiyaa.
For the
Yeah, that's
pronunciation.
pretty close.
Bhulaiyaa.
Bhulaiyaa.
There you go.
Now this one was hotly in the reviews, so guys, check out our Patreon because this is how we vote for these movies.
The votes were crazy with this. It was like in the lead, then it got behind by a little bit, and then last minute it took the lead again. It was really fun to watch.
So guys, if you want to decide our Indian journey, go to the Patreon and choose.
You are deciding it, yes.
Yes,
because I don't think we would have
because
I didn't even know about this movie until
neither did I. No,
it
was between this one and like a movie called It's a Wednesday.
Yeah.
A Wednesday,
yeah. That looked pretty cool too.
That one looks
and
good
shorter,
too, but yeah,
and shorter. Yeah. So guys, check it out.
Check out the Patreon. It's only $1 a month for voting access.
Yeah.
Which I mean that's huge. You can vote for the TV show at this point too. As this is recorded, I just put the voting up
the
for
Mirza
that.
Per season 2 is.
So we'll let that vote sit
how's it
for
doing?
a while. I put it so it's out there.
For how long?
This will be a week later, so it will. The voting will almost be done by now.
Probably, yeah.
At the time of this recording, it'll be out for a week, so you have a lot of time to.
All right, so they got
vote.
time if they hear this right away. If
but
they don't,
so far,
be there for next time.
Well, I don't know. I shouldn't say too much because this is coming out a week later.
Right.
Mirza Per season 2 was in the lead.
Was in the lead. Okay.
So, we'll see.
All right, that's good.
Be checking that. Check
we'll
our
see.
Patreon
We'll
for
see.
that.
Yeah, but yeah, the Bhool.
Let's talk about it because man, that was so different than what I thought it would be.
It really was.
The movie, there were like 3 distinct different acts in the movie.
Yeah.
And each one had some really good parts to it.
Right.
And it was really interesting how every part changed and it developed. It focused on different characters as it got to the halfway point,
which was really interesting how it did that. How it kept on the one character and then act. I don't even know if that would be Act 3, but that last part was almost primarily the doctor guy.
Yes.
Which was interesting.
2 and 3, when he was investigating.
Yes.
It was focused on him. He was kind of goofy during the investigation, and then he got really serious at the end.
And a lot of exposition, tons of exposition.
Well, but I don't know if maybe you guys didn't like the exposition near the end, but I thought that was really good when they were explaining the spoilers, her condition and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought they did need to have, or they needed to have that just so you could follow along.
Right.
But yeah, do we want to start with the first act? So what do you guys think of the start when it was kind of goofy with the scares, the one guy who got scared over every little thing?
I honestly it was very actually nostalgic for me, that beginning part. It reminded me of the Ghost and Mr. Chicken.
Oh yeah,
honestly, silly.
It was super silly.
That's
super
a Don
fun.
Knotts older.
That's
American,
a really old American movie, The Ghost and Mr. Chicken, and it's kind of about that where a guy that's really scared goes into this haunted place, and so that kind of was nostalgic for me at the beginning.
Yeah.
Kind of quirky, kind of fun.
Yep.
And you didn't really know where it was going to go. You
just
kind of knew it was
really
haunted.
Had no idea.
I also, at the beginning, I got some Scooby-Doo vibes, where it was a little bit of mystery.
A
little bit of a team.
Ooh, what's behind the door?
Who's behind the mask of because we don't think it's an actual ghost, right?
And was it the girl who was acting?
Yeah.
Was she doing everything?
Something's going on, you know?
Yeah. I thought that was really interesting. I would say the first part though, I like the camera shots in that first part too, where they would show the shadow of the lake, and they use that in different scenes, off the mirror.
Yep.
And then the one time where it pans up to the ceiling and you can see her run across as it's showing the mirror on the ceiling and stuff. That was really cool, but I did think the story was a little bit lacking, especially in the first part.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because it was really a little bit cheesy to me how they developed, ooh, is it this girl? And it was just kind of, some of the dialogue seemed a little cheesy. The one guy who would change the guy who's always scared, he would change his mind on things so quickly. The one guy was oh, it is her. And he's like, no, it can't be. Oh, wait. And then he sees her holding a knife, and he's
yeah.
like, it's her!
So I like that.
You did. Okay.
I like that because to me it was Scooby-Doo, Ghost and Mr. Chicken, like slapstick comedy.
Yep.
Don't take it seriously.
Okay. Yeah.
That's kind of the vibe I got going on the first part. That's where I didn't really like the second part. Because it pivoted more to Seriousville.
Okay.
And I thought at the beginning we were more on Funville, and then we moved more to Seriousville. And I was like, when did these characters take a serious pill? To like, you know what I'm saying?
The vibes are different throughout the movie. It's the same characters, but they're like doing different things. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
How did you
in
all of a sudden
parts,
like?
I would say.
Well, I think the doctor specifically, where he came in very funny, very silly, which I liked. I was in. I was like slapstick. Let's have fun.
I love that actor. He's so like
good, yeah.
He's good. I mean,
good job.
He changed his personality halfway through, but like it was cool how.
I don't think that's his fault. I think that may be the fault of the director a bit, or maybe the writer, because his character kind of changed in a way, which I think wasn't really explained on the camera as much as to why he was like, so serious.
Why?
So I think as like a writing perspective, they should have done something to really kind of identify that change in him, because he was a changed character by the end of it.
Well, and I can understand some of why he turned serious, just because it was like, hey, this could kill her,
right?
Or like somebody could die in this situation. So I think that's when he switched, but it wasn't super clear, I guess, during that point. Like, okay, now it's time now I can't be goofy anymore, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of character switches, though, I think it's Siddharth. The husband was on an emotional roller coaster himself. He's like, he's like, no, don't do this. And then, like we noted that in our reaction.
We laughed kind of hard about that.
That man is on a all-time high.
The poor guy, he doesn't know what's
happening.
There
was a point though where he was like, we need to do this, and then the guy talked to him, and then he's like, we need to do that. It's like
Avni's husband, which is, I think is Siddharth.
Yeah. He was a bit much.
Yeah.
It was interesting. Again, I think they could have done a little bit more work on his character a bit. Or I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know there should have been more natural kind of change to that or something, or at least kind of set the groundwork for why that change made sense.
Yeah.
But it was an interesting.
Also, that one kid who was running around the mansion at night, who was small one.
Oh, that was
such the
uncalled for. Just totally uncalled
for. Poor guy.
For.
The psychiatrist was just
little wiener, and he didn't even do anything either. Like he didn't.
Yeah, poor guy. He was just trying to figure out what was going wrong.
Yeah, he wasn't even a culprit. I thought actually would have liked it if the wiener kid was a little bit better. Like if he was like a little bit more involved in the plot. Like if it was like a conspiracy or something. To me, that would have been more interesting, because it's like, ooh, how did I not see this kind of coming in a way? Mm-hmm. I didn't see this coming, though, the way they edited it.
Yeah,
and I thought, guys, I thought that final act was so good that it made me raise the rating.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because, like, around the midway point, I was like, okay, I'll probably give it this rating, but I think I'm going to go higher because of that ending.
Okay.
It was so, especially the sequence, like the dream sequence type thing, where she was like seeing what she was seeing was different than reality, of course, and it was like interesting how they switched back and forth. That dance scene was incredible. Like
we gotta give a shout out to I gotta
such
give
good
Vidya Balan, who is the actress for Avni.
Oh, she
super
was
good
so
actress.
good.
Yeah, great dancer.
She was pretty scary. Like you could actually
change,
tell.
like holy crap,
that was good.
That was good. So good. And that whole scene, where she kills her husband. You know, the fake. Well, they had a dummy for the husband.
Right.
But
which
like
was cool.
It was that was sweet. I like how they did that. That was really well set up and everything. And but then you see the husband's face. You're like, man, she would have killed me. I mean, she was gonna kill me. There was and it's really that tension and the craziness in that whole scene. That was really well done. I thought. Like I thought that was that made the movie super unique, because I haven't seen like a thriller / scary movie that goes into that topic as well as this did, like with the ending for sure.
Yeah.
Like how her two personalities, or
how she had to
one personality took over,
Yeah.
or the one character took over in her mind, and that was really interesting how they did that.
It's like the split personality disorder. That was the whole thing with
but really,
or at least really embodying someone else.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I thought it was a very well done how they did that. I do think that I think what they could have done at the end was because for me when I was watching it, we got revealed that about the whole reveal that it was her. I thought it kind of came off a little bit. I thought that should have been more like, whoa, kind of a thing. Because
it wasn't like super.
It was just kind of in dialogue. He was just like, she has a mental condition.
Yeah, and then it started the long exposition.
I kind of wanted it to be more of like a build-up as to like, this is the reveal, but
like
it didn't do that.
See her transform.
Something, and they did a lot of exposition, but they could have, I think they could have done a little bit more cuts throughout that process. Because a lot of it was just it was on him talking.
Yeah,
they should have. I think they should have like cut it with like her doing more
interspersed with like.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to see more of how she was doing all this
like
stuff,
supplementing the words with the actual.
And they did show it after. I mean, they showed her transform.
For sure. Yeah, they did. Yeah. But they could have. I think if they could have meshed those two things together, where it's like she reveals while they do it, I think they would have made it more of like an impactful, like whoa moment.
Okay. Yeah.
So overall thoughts and such, because this is a movie I feel like is summed up in, like, for me at least, tonal inconsistency. So like there's inconsistency here and there.
Guys, please keep the comments nice.
I'm sorry. I
respectful.
Mean, hey,
you can
I'm
state
not
your opinion, but keep it respectful.
Let's do this because even in the comments, people were saying that we probably won't like this movie,
or that we wouldn't understand the comedy, but we did.
I understood the comedy.
I thought we caught it. Maybe we missed some stuff.
I thought the comedy was great.
There was a whole bit on how the English language is like,
which I thought
that
was
pretty funny.
Great.
That was great.
I love that.
It was kind of random, but it was still funny. Like it was like, how does this fit in?
I don't know but yeah. So guys, let us know what you guys think in the comments.
Yeah.
And these are our opinions.
This is not fact.
It's all good. It's let's be chill.
Yeah,
let's be funny. Let's be funny in the comments, guys.
Yeah, we need more funny.
Top funny comment will pin.
Yeah, the last one we didn't.
No one made any jokes.
Funny comments,
guys,
so we
do
didn't
some
pin
funny
anything.
comments. We want to pin some stuff.
Yeah.
You guys want to get pinned? We'll pin you.
Why did that sound so weird to me? I don't know.
So yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's what I was.
So
thinking.
I've prepped the audience for your
for my further thoughts.
Because
I was initially not super engaged for the first part, because I just thought, okay, it is pretty silly.
Yeah.
I get exactly what you said, the Ghost of Mr. Chicken vibe type thing. But then I was like, okay, this is pretty funny. But then it was just kind of taking too long to get where it needed to go. I felt like they were dragging along the story, and then how many times did they enter that room and kind of like jump scare-ish, like strange vibe, but nothing monumental happened, and they did it like over and over, and it's like, okay, show us something new, show us something, like let's get on with the story.
Right. You thought Act 2 was a little bit dragging.
Right, it was dragging on. But then the third one, like Isaac mentioned, that sequence is unique and good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would say, and also has good acting too. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, okay, that's cool.
But
that's
where
unique.
was that in Act 2?
Right, exactly. And I was like fairly low until that point, and now it's like up to, and I don't know when we give our reviews, but it's up to a decent, like it's all like it got up to an all right rating for me. Okay, and I'll expound in the
I think I tend to agree on the tonal inconsistencies because I wanted funny throughout, and I didn't get that.
That's what you were thinking.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Let's be serious.
Yeah, this doctor is going all out, just ridiculously. Like, if we were just laughing, we're like,
I like that.
That's funny. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he completely ditches that. Like, I don't think he resumed that silliness.
Which I liked how you said tonal, because it's true. Because it's like his tone changed, and there wasn't like a. This is why he changed. Maybe there was, and we missed it. But at least when I saw the movie, it kind of was.
I thought just because Like he knew, okay, this is serious now. Somebody could die. That's kind of why he just switched into like serious mode.
Sure.
But
it was just a little uneven in that regard. It's like, whoa.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, I think so. I think that makes sense. And then, by the way, the rock concert at the end.
Oh, brings it up a star.
Oh, does that count in ratings? I don't think so.
It does.
It's credits.
We should do pre-Rockstar moment.
I was shocked. If you haven't seen that, I don't know.
So
that might be in our reaction video. or
it
on
will
our
be.
Patreon.
It will be. You
It'll
probably
definitely
won't
be on
able
our
to hear
Patreon.
Yeah.
T-Series has like just gonna wreck us.
They got it locked down.
Yeah, but man, I had no idea that actor was like a rapper.
He might not be actually, guys. I think he maybe just did that music video. Like,
that's even better though.
Because I was looking on IMDb and I think he's just an all-in-one like.
That's great. I love this guy.
Akshay Kumar.
I want to see him.
He's a producer, writer, actor, so he's not necessarily a singer. Former model.
Okay, interesting.
But I don't see like singer.
Well, Ben, I don't know if on IMDb they would really show
fair.
that. So let us know in the comments. Though.
Yeah.
But I thought he was really good. Like his acting is good. And I'd love to see him in more movies. So one of those is on our list, which I'm sure he's in a bunch of other movies on our Google Forms list. Vote for that one.
Vote for that one. Oh, also, I was seeing people were saying, well, no, and not to influence the vote anymore, but people were saying that there is a movie. The guy that did Zindagi did another movie that we should watch.
Oh man, I want to see that
because, and this is also biased too because we just watched Zindagi, which arguably is one of the best Indian movies we've seen, I think. Like,
I rated that 4.5.
We rated that really high. So we're coming off of that high to this movie, which it's not
also,
like this
it's a
movie
woman
was bad.
who directed Zindagi, by the way.
The lady that directed Zindagi.
Because I knew we were gonna get comments if we could. So
you're not wrong.
She did Goalie Boy. I think that's
what I wanted to watch.
Yeah, I heard Goalie Boy was good.
And Made in Heaven, which is a TV show that's on the Patreon.
You can vote on the Patreon of what we're gonna do. Please vote for Goalie.
So I really want to see more of her films.
Yeah. We do too. But should we get to ratings on this film?
Yeah, let's get to ratings.
Let's do it.
Are we gonna go all in?
Just all at once, just say our rating, I guess, out of 5.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Oh, 3.
I'm still like waffling.
2. Oh, we got to decide.
Okay. All right. I got to lock in. I got to lock in.
I think we won't have the same ratings, but it's going to be close.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Okay. 3. This is hang on. This is post rock scene.
What?
Okay, we got to be for me at least.
Shoot, I'm still
okay. 3, 2, 1, 3
3.5.
Okay,
so 3. I was getting that vibe because Michael
pre-rock scene. It was a 2.5.
Oh,
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
way more.
I think you did. I was not
Isaac
vibing
definitely
as much.
was.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's so. And,
3,
and we're entitled to our opinions.
Yep.
We all have
game.
Just our thoughts on it.
Yeah. Not a huge fan, but there were some individual. I'm glad I saw it because it was a different genre.
Absolutely.
And it was some pretty good acting, like pretty good sequences.
Good story too.
Yeah, but I probably wouldn't watch it again. And
I think, we're coming off of Zindagi, which I just absolutely loved. I want to watch that with my wife. I want to watch that many more times.
We'd show that to our fans.
We literally, this spurred a conversation with our group, Zindagi, about let's go on a trip. Like, we were talking about that now. Because it's like, dang, this is such an interesting movie. So I think it was more emotionally impactful. It's also hard too. Yeah. Comedies generally, because this was a comedy. It was a comedy mystery thriller on IMDb at least, and it's hard with comedies too because it's like the balance of seriousness and funny. I think was also the thing too.
Yeah.
So guys, let us know what you think in the comments.
Let us know.
It was rated 7.4 on IMDb, which I think is a little high, but I mean,
but the Rotten was pretty.
Rotten Tomatoes was something like 20%.
Yeah, they ranked it on Rotten. Yeah,
but again, there's not too many. Small sample size.
It's too hard
for critic
to see
reviews.
You can't go.
But I understand. Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
But anyway,
let us know, guys. We're excited. We're ready to watch some shows too.
Yeah, so we're gonna get back to shows really soon.
Yeah, we will.
We'll be posting on the community tab, so check that out,
guys. Please
for when we start the next show, which it might be Mirza season 2.
It's looking like it.
Mirza 2. Who knows?
Last we checked, it was.
But also vote for the movies because again, I want Gully Boy. So I don't know.
Okay. Oh, you're trying to sway the vote.
No, I would never do that. Yeah. But if they were gonna vote for Gully Boy,
wink, wink is what Michael said.
Check it out. But yes, that's all we.
Yeah, that's all we got for
Is
this
there anything
week?
else in terms of American movies?
I mean, Mission Impossible. I thought we
can't talk. Well, you did briefly, but again, it's not out yet.
Well, now it is.
Oh, now it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's not much.
Yeah, I think we already
talked about that.
Yeah.
So
I don't think we've seen any American movies.
Big Barbenheimer.
Oh, the Barbenheimer.
Oppenheimer and Barbie.
That's exciting.
We'll be definitely.
We'll be talking about those in our next week's review.
Next week's review. Yep.
That'll be big.
A couple other fun pieces are going to be coming out too, guys. Extra content for you. So. We'll have to figure out what it is, but some of them will be there.
We'll get some going.
Got some plans,
watch some short videos and get reactions to those and stuff.
All right, gang.
Cool.
All right.
Peace out. See you next week.